people know about RPR? So a couple of them, so some of you guys don't? So RPR it's free for the agents because it's a national, we already paid for it. But I don't think there's a whole lot of people that know of it. Let me see if I have it still around. Go back and see it. So if you go to LVR, there it is right there. And we did some training on it yesterday, all the managers from Nevada and Arizona. I've been promoting it for a long, long time because it's a really cool tool. You can see any address, any home, all over the country. It's amazing. However, after yesterday's meeting with the guy for about 40 minutes, it's absolutely mind-blowing what this thing has. Now, I realize that we have a billion tools. I understand all that, you guys. And my suggestion is always just pick a couple that you like and use them. So what I did is I just want to play a couple introduction to it, so those of you who don't know it. I think we got like 3 minutes, it take like 5 minutes. I just want to show you guys what it is. But it is way, way cool.
But here's all it really means. Finding people who may need your help before they hire someone else. That's it. Prospecting isn't one size fits all. For some agents, that includes cold calling. For others, it might mean building a neighborhood list, following up with leads, hosting open houses, or staying visible in the community. That's where RPR comes in. Instead of guessing who might sell, RPR can show you what's happening in the market. You can see sales activity, neighborhood trends, and homeowner data all in one place. You don't need experience to start prospecting. You just need direction. And in this series, we'll walk you through just how to find it. So now that you understand what prospecting is, the next step is figuring out where to start and how to choose your first area.
Who put a bagel in the toaster? It just popped out.
It smells good at least. So let's go back to here.
Don't want to be weird about it.
Okay.
There are a lot of ways to prospect. In this series, we're going to focus on one of the most practical ways to get started, geographic prospecting, sometimes called farming. That means choosing an area, understanding what's happening there, and finding opportunities to start conversations. So why start there? Because when you focus on one area instead of trying to cover everything, it becomes easier to spot activity, learn the market, and build a consistent plan. Maybe it's where you live, where you have friends, or it's a neighborhood you'd love to specialize in. Let's start by defining that area in RPR. From the RPR homepage, click Research, Map Search, enter your location, neighborhood name, zip or city. For type status, choose Public Records. Now select Search. Pan and zoom the map to center your farm area in the window. Now to identify your farm boundaries, you can go a few different ways. You can choose the Show Geographies menu and choose intermediate or micro neighborhoods. The areas will be defined in orange boundary lines. Select one and choose Search Area. Or you can draw your own shape or use a map pin. Select Draw to define a shape on the map that you draw either by freehand or use the radius, polygon, or box draw tools. Or select Driving to drop a pin on the map and use the drive time or distance search. Once you've defined your shape, select Search Area. Select the shape again and save the area. So now you have defined the area to start prospecting. Next, we'll start refining the area.
I think yesterday you said they got 470,000 hits a month, and so far they've had like 16,000 this year. The beauty about this, you guys, there's no cost to you as realtors. It's included already what you're doing. There is no upgrades. What you get is what you get. It's what they have at the top. Let's see, return this prospecting. Let's see what that one does.
We've now chosen an area. The next step is identifying homeowners within it to fully realize the opportunity. Once your map boundary is set, you can start applying simple filters, such as owner-occupied homes or absentee owners. Suddenly, your neighborhood isn't just streets on a map, it's real homeowners, real names, real addresses. From there, you can export a list, create mailing labels, or save the search for later. Let me show you how. Select Mailing Labels. Choose whether you want to download a CSV file or download actual mailing labels to print. Select the address type and who the mailing label would be addressed to. You can filter by owner-occupied and absentee owner here as well, if you didn't already do that step earlier, and then select Print. It's important to note that you get 2,000 free mailing labels per month to export, so always check your records in the export here. Now you've gone from I need clients to here are people I can reach out to. That's progress. Next up, we'll break down how to understand whether the neighborhood actually has enough sales activity to support your efforts by calculating the turnover.
What do you think? How many people have been an agent for more than 15 years? Okay, so a few of us. I remember we were doing this in Cran. I remember when we had to get a mailing list, it took an act of Congress to get it done. It was insane what it took to get any of this stuff done. So what we're talking about doing is the rep for RPR, we're talking about doing a series of 4 classes for all the Realty One group agents. By the way, when you get on your site, it'll already be branded to Realty One. And so when you do the prospecting and all the stuff, it's going to be right already there. It is one of the coolest things. And again, you guys, I get it. There's just so much that we can do every day, the tools and technology. We just have to determine, like, again, pick the 1 or 2 things we like to do and just keep doing them. I understand there's tons, but I couldn't believe what what has in it. It sounds like you've used it a lot.
Yeah, I used it for those reports, but I didn't know it could do all that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I did a couple of prospects, years ago. I did a few, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I had no idea what it can actually do. So we'll let you guys know more about. We're talking about trying to do a Zoom meeting with, like I said, all 4 offices at one time on Zoom, and I'll give you guys more information when that's coming up. So let's jump into this today. We're going to have Jeff Todd with Remind Media. How many people are using this? Anybody using the Remind Media? Okay, so a couple of you guys are. Good. I know there's several agents in this office that use the magazine on it, and it's actually pretty cool. I don't think Jeff sent us any magazines this year, right? No. Normally he sends us a few. So he'll talk more about that. I'm going to start it out. See if we can ready. We've got a few minutes. All right, so let's jump into this. Here's the numbers. Again, guys, same thing. Over 1,000 homes have had price reductions. We sold 458 homes in the last 7 days. Under contract, 668. Vacancy rates up a little bit more than last week. The withdrawals, 300. We're averaging close to 300 withdrawals every 7 days. If you like to do expired listings and that type of stuff, there's 300 every week that you can call and talk to. Now, on top of that, 166 homes came back on the market, so maybe cut that in half. But them are agents that are, because there are a lot of agents who get the list every morning, expired list. I think you get it right from LDR, and they're right on it immediately calling people. So just remember if you're going to do expired listings, you need to be strong in your presentation, because who do they hate? Every time. And why do they hate realtors? They didn't sell my property and they overpriced it. But sir, you came up with the price. Yeah, I know, but you took it. Because you told me you could get it, and you didn't. So all realtors suck. So you better make sure when you're doing it, you know what you're talking about. Because they're going to say to you, what are you going to do to get my home sold? Well, we're going to price the property. It's the first thing we're going to do. Well, I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it away either. Because I make more money the higher it goes. But we're not selling it, right now. It's been on the market for blank days. And I taught a class the other day, and I reminded everybody about the bell curve. And everybody understands the bell curve. Right here, we need to sell in this stretch. Right here. When we start down the other side of the bell curve, that's when it gets dated and people don't like it. That first 3 weeks to a month is right here where we need to sell. It starts dropping off there. And by the time it gets to the bottom, you're 10, 12 weeks into it, and nothing's going to change. And then people are going to start thinking you're desperate. Right? So we're still selling homes. Like I said, 485. 18,500 homes so far this year versus 18,807, so 300 homes more last year. Guys, we're still selling. Available from the inventory is 419. I was talking to some agents when I did that class the other day, and I asked them, we had about 10 or 12 on Zoom, we had a couple inside, and I said, okay, what market are we in? 90% said we're in a buyer's market. How do you know that? I said, I don't know. It just feels like it. Are you sure it's not indigestion? Okay? You're telling people out there we're in a buyer's market when we're not. We need to make sure we understand what that means. 0 to 5 months worth of inventory is still a seller's market. Are we in the strongest seller market we've had? Absolutely not. 3 years ago, if you asked for closing costs and repairs, they threw you out of the house. Today, they're giving closing costs. They're lowering their interest rate. They're giving the repairs. They're doing things, right? We're still in a seller's market. It's not I being the strongest one, but we're still there. You'll know when we're in a buyer's market, especially if you're a listing agent, okay? Because they're going to give the car in the driveway. They're going to send the buyer's kids to college. They're putting a pool in the backyard. Okay, they're going to do everything they want. So you need to make sure we know that, okay? So on that note, I think let's move forward. All right, Dave Gonzalez, give us some good news.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was neat. That was the golf clap.
We need to bring you guys up.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Easy. I gotta stay energetic, right, at my age. Hey, I wanna thank those that attended Wednesday last week. It was well attended and we had a good time. It was a lot of fun. Amy, who always brings I won't even try to pronounce that word.
Charcuterie.
Yeah, that board.
I can say it, I can't spell
Yeah, me too. So she brings good food, we have, some drinks, time to relax, not so much worry about work as much as it is to kind of get an idea how everybody's doing.
it. Dave, the charcuterie board is amazing.
Yeah.
The only people that make a better charcuterie board are my girls when we get a couple of our parties.
Yeah.
But that charcuterie is off the hook.
Yes. Amy puts her heart and soul into it.
Yes.
And she shops around at like Sprouts and Trader Joe's and wholesale foods, so she gets some really good stuff. Okay, so next time, come by there, John will be there this time, and we're gonna see if we can twist his arm a little bit to give you guys some kind of gift card, right? We missed the last one. Okay.
So does that mean he doubles up on the next one?
Yeah, that's what I would think. It's only fair.
All right, I'm throwing my hat in this time.
Hey, the dog days of summer are ending, right? Baseball, and we get football.
Football,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Go Raiders, right? Yeah, we want them to succeed.
Good luck.
And used to be when I was in another business, and so was he, back in the day when they were building the dam, used to be that it was Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day were like the busiest times for families to be moving. Now it seems like it just goes on through the entire year. But yeah, Labor Day obviously, because they're trying to get into a house before they get to school or get the kids to school and that. I know a lot of activity at the base, moving people around, so that's a good time. And I've seen it pick up, and I don't know what you guys are seeing. You guys, I think you're pretty busy. I attended an open house, thank you for inviting me, Allison. And the minute I walked in there, it was like off and running. There were people there that were talking. There was a Hispanic client there that, wanted some explanation on some things, didn't have anybody to really talk to, and I went over a lot of things with them. They had some great options. So it was a really good open house, and I appreciate you inviting me to that. Those are, to me, seem to be picking up. That was pretty good. Let's see. I'm thinking.
Tell us the interest rates are coming down.
Oh, you had to get to that. See, that's my next thing, rates. Yeah, rates are fluctuating a little bit. Last week they did go down a little bit, but this week they are looking like they're trending upward. Okay, FHA is still like 5.875. Still going to cost you about 1%. 1% of the loan amount is what that works out to. Conventional is more like 6.5, and VA 6.375. For some reason, it's higher than FHA. But home is possible. There's still a first-time home buyer. Home is possible, and it's 6.25. And they give you $20,000 assistance, and you pay that off when you sell the house. but 6 1/4 is not bad, and it's not too bad at all. Actually, it's 2% assistance based on the loan amount, and 4% assistance based on the loan amount. If you want 4% assistance, that rate is 6 1/2. Okay, but 6 1/4 is a pretty good rate, not too bad these days. So that's enough on rates, okay, Nancy? Yeah, hesitant buyers. Anybody ever have hesitant buyers? Yeah, all of them, right? I closed a deal yesterday for a realtor, great guy, he's a go-getter. Met this couple on the beach in San Diego. Okay, here's a classic case of somebody bringing them in, kicking and screaming. The guy had no interest in buying a house, was gonna rent, he wanted to move to Vegas, and he works remote, so he can work anywhere. And they were gonna, I thought I'd have to save $1 million to buy a house. We put him on a down payment assistance program, he had to bring in like $2,300 by the time we applied everything. And seller really contributed. And this realtor did a hell of a job getting them together, dragging them in, Tommy.
I just had the keys.
And it was the guy said, look, I've heard so many horror stories about closings and going through a mortgage process. I love this. And this is I didn't think it'd be this easy. And you heard so many bad things about lenders and realtors, you can imagine, right? So it went really well, and we were really happy for them. But they were gonna rent, and we didn't want that.
Yeah,
So
I took them to look at rental for 2 days, and they never knew they could afford to buy, and they're also from California, right?
Right, until they talked to David, of course.
Yeah, and he got them the down payment assistance program, so they only came out of pocket around $5,000.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which
which
is
are
incredible, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The seller really contributed a lot of money.
Mhm.
And what they do, they replaced.
The water heater blew like a week before closing, so they had to replace it, so they got a brand new water heater.
Yeah, and the seller, I mean, just bam, just like that, replaced it. It was amazing. What's interesting is I knew the seller from like 20 years ago when I coached soccer for my daughters. He coached soccer for his daughter, and we kind of knew each other from that. We competed against each other. It was an interesting situation. So small world. Wanted to pass that along to you. So like I said, you know, you never know until they talk to a lender. But as a team, if your realtor and your lender are working together, they need to come in and talk to you.
Yeah.
And talk to the lender especially, because you never know, you know.
And thanks to you, because I met them in March, and if they didn't talk to you, I don't think they would have been willing to,
No, they-
talk
they
to
would-
him better, because they already established that relationship with him.
Yeah, and
You know.
just to get them convinced.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're in the relationship business.
Yeah, yeah, and I think it's a team, if you work as a team with your lender, you know, whoever your lender is, you know.
Yeah. And this specific guy really insecure about his credit score, because he was like, I thought I needed a 700 or whatever.
Right.
He was really insecure, so I was like, David, just,
Yeah, and I explained it, I said, man, you're fine, you're in good shape, and he was in good shape.
And they're so happy,
Yeah.
so happy.
And great people, so, yeah, keep me in mind, I'd be happy to help you all. Anything else, Jeff?
That's it.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Good job. Good job. All right, Lisa, come on up. Give Lisa a big hand. Achosa. We haven't seen Lisa in a bit. We've all been busy, holidays and vacations and all that.
All the good things.
Yeah, all good things.
Good morning, everybody. Lisa with the Choza Home Warranty. I want to talk about this, and I feel like I need to burn it into your brains about having the listing coverage on your listings. It's really important, because we do cover the HVAC. We cover all of the appliances, the washer, dryer, water softener, roof leaks. We know we've had a lot of rain lately, and we do cover those roof leaks for the seller as well as the buyer. So it's easy. If you guys are taking listings, you're getting an email from me reminding you that we do offer the free coverage. All you have to do is reply to that email. I'll add that coverage on for you, and then you're protected. When you go into escrow, we know some things are sitting there a little bit longer right now on the market. When you go into escrow and that buyer does the home inspection and you get that request for repairs, you can send a copy of that over to me. I'll take a look at it to see if any of that would be covered under that home warranty policy. So it really does, a lot for you, for your seller. If we can save them money and not put any more money into a house that they have up for sale that they don't want to put any more money into. If you guys are writing offers, evenings, weekends, during the day, you can text me with the property address. I'll take a peek at it and let you know, what you need to write into the offer for the home warranty. Again, I work evenings and weekends, guys, just like you do, so anything you need, I'm available. And I'm really excited to tell you that Achosa is nominated for Best of Las Vegas, so I've got the little QR code here. You guys can scan it and vote. You can go to my Facebook page, I've got it pinned on there too, but voting goes until September 10th. Feel free to vote every day at your leisure, and thank you guys very much.
Rock the vote. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kathleen, do you want to go up and say hi? George is not here today. He's helping out in the Green Valley office today. So, Kathleen, say good morning to Kathleen, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, I'm Kathleen LaMarche, escrow officer with Rock Title. I just want to let you know and remind you that your clients can sign in any Rock Title or Realty One office and not be charged any notary fees. So keep that in mind for convenience. We just need enough time to get your documents back to our office for a recording. So if we could be mindful to set it up. The other thing, Lisa and home warranties, and all of them, don't forget to order your home warranty, especially when we're getting closer to the end of the escrow, because we need to disclose in case the buyer has to pay a portion of it to the lenders. So, and then we want to make sure the buyer has enough money in there. So that's one thing I know we have to ask for all the time.
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Other than that, we're here. Don't forget to ask George for all your marketing.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that, Kathleen. So I did a deal with Rock Title with one of my Australian clients, and he actually signed in New York. They organized it. I said, Mick, an Australian guy named Mick. I said, give me an address somewhere, okay? I don't care, give me an address. He gave me an address. They organized it, they met him there, signed all his documents, sent them back, and we got them closed. So they're anywhere. There's a good little cost, obviously, but guys, it's the convenience of him picking an address, meeting them there, and signing it was phenomenal. All right, so I'm going to do this. Let me see if I can. Okay. Go to here. Uh-oh. Let's screw that up. I might have. What down here? That's not it. Alright, we're gonna go to plan B, I think. Do it again. Already registered. Open. Okay.
Recording in progress.
Jeff, are you there? Whoops, hang on. Jeff, are you there? Hold on a second, I can't hear you. Open that up. Oh,
This is Marcy.
I was gonna say, Jeff, you don't look like Jeff, Marcy. All right,
I
Marcy.
don't, do I? I mean,
That's
I
good.
tried many times and it just never works. I had to go back to my original self.
I love it. Well, Marcy, I appreciate that. So, Jeff at the Northwest office here in Las Vegas, I've got my agents, as you can see, at our business meeting. And so the floor is yours. Please take it away.
Well, thanks, Jeff. Want to first of all thank any of our clients that are in the room. If there's like Harold Fane, Christopher Dewitt, Jeanne Smith, Kimberly Golden, there's a bunch that are signed up with us in your office.
We do. We have quite a
So I just
bit.
wanna- Say again?
We have quite a bit in our office that are already doing it with you guys. So good.
Yes, and I just wanted to say thank you to you guys because that means a lot to us. I got to meet a lot of you guys in person out at the conference. But I really want to talk to you guys today about making sure we're staying top of mind with our database when it comes down to it. And so I'm going to ask a question. There's no right or wrong answer here, guys. But when you look at your database, how well would you say your follow-up system is with your database to get more referrals on a scale of 1 to 10?
1, 2, maybe,
Okay.
maybe a 3 if we're being honest.
Okay.
Let's just say very little.
Okay. So I know some of you have heard about Reminder Media. I know some of you haven't heard about us. I do want to share some background on us. Right now, the way the market's been, we know we got to do everything in our power to make sure that we're staying top of mind when it comes down to it. And so let's take a deep dive as a whole. We now have been in business for over 20 years. We have over 35,000 clients to date, and we service 140 different verticals, of course. But the reason I say this is what we're doing, we know is actually working. And the reason I know it's working so well is we're not just a marketing company anymore. 7 years ago, we got into business ourselves. And so we have a small 5-man team in Lynchburg, Virginia. 52% of their business is coming from referrals. And the way they keep those referrals coming in is through our branded publication. Now, I know a lot of you have seen the branded publications, probably in and around that are floating out at the office, but all the publications, they're 48-page coffee table publications. I think of them a lot like Architectural Digest from the quality standpoint, but the difference is you're not taking out an ad in the magazine, you're actually becoming the star of the magazine. So we give you 3 different copies to choose from. We got the American Lifestyle, which is all art, travel, leisure, and recipes. We've got Start Healthy, which is all about the healthy living, healthy lifestyle, such as better fitness tips, better sleep habits, better immune building habits. And then we have the Good to Be Home publication, which is by far the most popular publication out there. So what we want to do, guys, is we don't just want to brand you on the front cover anymore. I'll show you a little sneak peek that we're doing. We really would love to brand you on the front cover. So we can change the backdrop of your front cover to be anything that you want. We just can't change the title. It's going to say compliments of you here at the top. And then what we want to do is we want to put a call to action. The reason we're doing this is we recognize a lot of you guys spend money on marketing, but there's not a true way to track the ROI when it comes down to it. So what we'll do is we will build a QR code for you with the unique identifier. We'll build you a catchphrase to go out to a landing page. I would recommend it being more like the market value of their home. But when they scan this QR code, we pick up all of their information. We tell you where the address originated from the scan, and then we will send you all their information over. And what we're doing is we're creating a warm, hot lead, because we know if someone at this point is looking at to get the value of their home, then they're probably obviously looking to find out more about their home and maybe think about listing that publication as well. Or not the publication, but their house as well. So the inside letter is going to be my favorite part. So what I like about it is all of you right now know have life event strategies. So we could go in here and write like a letter down to an individual client, say something like, "Dear Warren and Angie, congrats on the little girl, I can't wait to meet her." And that specific issue is going to go out to Warren and Angie. We could also do like a newsletter. We could do different letters in the publications as well. But again, all your brand information is going to stay there as well. The tarot cards. Now, typically with the fall season moving into the holiday season, we have a lot of agents that are going to put a recipe on the tarot cards. But what I'll tell you right now is you could put like a football schedule on there. You could co-brand it with another business if you wanted to. So let's say like a coffee shop, a pizzeria, you could do things like that. But anything you want on this tarot card, front and back, that'll be yours as well. And we know 51% of these tarot cards are getting torn out and passed along. So what you can see in the publication right now is 'tis the season. We're getting ready for the holidays. So the publication is more holiday driven, fall driven at the end of the day. And when you get to the back, what we're going to do is give you a separate tarot card from the front. And then the back inside cover is going to be your blank canvas as well. What I would highly recommend right now, guys, is I know a lot of you have vendor partners. And those vendor partners are seeming probably not to give back referrals to you. So I want to create an easy way for you guys to capture referrals from your vendor partners. What I would recommend is putting the vendor partners on the back inside cover, and I call it give a little, take a little, give it to them free on the first mailing, and then say, hey, all I ask in return is you give me a list of your clients to send it to. And over time, what you'll find is that through that vendor partner relationship that you're building here, that you'll start to get referrals from those vendor partners. I had a brand new agent that had just started in the business. He really didn't have any vendor partners. He put a landscaper on the back inside cover, and over the course of the year, last year, he tracked 35 transactions from that vendor partner relationship. You could also do like market analysis. Charities are near and dear to our heart. I'm seeing accolades go back there. Really anything that you want on the back inside cover, we could do for you, as well as the back outside cover. 3/4 of this page is a blank canvas for it. So think about it right now. It's 2026. I know, guys, this is a magazine. It's probably like, how's the magazine going to help me build more referrals? But it's not about the magazine, guys. The magazine's acting like a Trojan horse that's going to get you past the trash can into the opportunities with your clients. So going back to strategies, because that's where it really evolves, let's talk about the QR code scanner. So our team wanted to make sure this was working before we rolled it out to you guys. And so what we did is we looked at a farm area of 500 homes. In that farm area of 500 homes, we found 175 homes that were actively getting ready to list or buy a home in the next 6 months to 12 months. Now what we did is we sent it out to those homes only the ones that were getting ready to list and only the ones that were getting ready to buy. And out of those 175 homes, we picked up 33 scans. Now, that's 33 new opportunities, guys, that we would have never gotten had we not sent it out the way we did with the strategy that we put into play. So a lot of agents ask me when I meet you guys in person, well, what did that equate to? Out of the 33 scans, we've already had 10 transactions closed. We've got 5 under contract. The rest are just in pipeline management at the end of the day. We talked about the letter itself. The likely to move tool is how we went out and found the ones that are actively looking to lift or buy. And so what we did is with likely to move is we're using predictive analytics and AI. And basically I can go out and tell you what they're searching on Google for, what is their behavioral data, what is the property data, and of course the consumer data and some other data points like how long have they lived in the home, what's the income ratio, things that the loan officer probably can tell you as well, except for what they're searching on and the behaviors and the consumer. This tool right here, I would tell you, is 1 out of 4 homes in your database or 1 out of 4 homes in a farm area we can tell you that are actively raising their hand to do something 6 months to 12 months out. Anyone that's doing 6 months in, what we're telling you guys is get the publication to them, because at the end of the day, we know they're getting hit by postcards, we know that they're getting hit by newsletters, but what they're not used to doing right now is walking out to a mailbox and getting something from a realtor that's got nothing to do about real estate, and it's acting more like a gift from you to them. And then we also have 2 other strategies that I will talk about. First of all, I want y'all to think about all the local businesses sitting in your area, like doctor's offices, dentist offices, nail salons, hair salons, assisted living centers, the list goes on, right? What are you doing right now to stand out in those businesses? And a lot of agents are telling me absolutely nothing. We can go in and we can scrub those businesses for you, and I can tell you 1 out of 4 people in those business areas that are best businesses to send to, okay? And those are the businesses that I would say send to because they've got a high amount of foot traffic walking in, and over the course of the year, you know, people are walking in with real estate needs, and we got to do something to stand out. And then in your listing presentations, what are you putting in your listing presentations? Most of you guys put the same kind of stuff in your listing presentation. Take this in to elevate your listing presentations. If you're doing open houses, put these in at your open houses. It builds credibility. It helps you also bring up a topic of conversation. And then think about if you're a part like a B&I group. Put it in at the B&I groups. Or you could also have something just to hand out at your Popeyes, and different places that you're at as well. And then at the end of the day, guys, I want to talk about some things that we know right now we've been told we got to do, and of course I'm not going to knock those things, but when I look at newsletters, I look at flyers, I'm looking at postcards, I'm looking at emails, sure, those are cheap ways for us to send out massive marketing, but over time, they don't have any shelf life. Think about what you do when you walk out to your mailbox right now and get a postcard in the mail. Most of us go ahead and toss it in the recycling bin. And then if we took a client out to dinner, bought them a bottle of wine, did some other things for them like gifts, that is not scalable over time. The reason agents are using this right now is it helps with scalability, it helps build brand, it helps build credibility, and it helps build something that's impactful. And at the end of the day, the number one reason agents are steadily keep using us over and over and over is because of our 8-week shelf life and our 31% conversion rate. Meaning, if you send out about 50 of these 6 times per year, we would expect about 15 to 20 referrals. Now, we know that's not happening for every agent, but over the year, we would expect some type of referrals coming in for you. So before I dive into pricing, I'm going to take a step back. I want to answer questions that any of you have. Whether it's how often do you have to mail it out? What are other agents doing with it? What kind of questions do you have for me? And don't be shy to ask me any questions at this point.
Any questions, you guys? What's the cost? How do they mail it out? When do you got to do it? I know a lot of agents are using it, so I know it's popular. Right now, Marcia, you don't have any questions, so you can move forward.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to be super transparent with you. You can mail this out quarterly if you want to. Okay, you can mail it out one time if you want to. So what I'm going to tell you right now is with the holidays coming up, the fall holidays coming up, we're going to offer you a one-time trial mail. It's no commitment, no contract on your part. What I'm going to do is I can do a 48-page coffee table publication for less than a Hallmark card. I don't know the last time you guys went out and bought a Hallmark card, but they're expensive. $4.99 per magazine includes the printing, the postage, the customization, the shipping and handling. We only ask for a minimum of 50. So 50 magazines is only $249.50, but you don't pay that until you go to print. Normally, guys, we got a $300 setup fee. What I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to take it down to $99.99. It's a one-time setup fee, guys. You'll never pay it again. And it goes towards a couple things. I want to make sure that you got a marketing assistant and a marketing coach that will do all the heavy lifting for you. I want to make sure you get exclusivity over your list. So anybody that you do mail it out to, we're going to lock it in so nobody else can mail it to your list. And then I also want to make sure you get the Likely to Move tool completely free. The QR codes and the landing pages will be completely free to you as well. You will get a free resource library with us as well. And then anyone that's willing to give me a shot today or tomorrow, I'm going to offer you guys an extra 15 free. That is a $75 credit. So you can either use the 15 free as a part of your magazine order, or you can tell our coach that you don't want the 15 free, and what they'll do is they'll apply a $75 credit towards the cost of your magazines. So when you go to print, all you're spending is just $174.50. Now, this is my QR code. I know oftentimes this winds up in a bag of good ideas. I run into you either on the phone or at conferences, and you say, well, I was going to sign up, but I didn't get around to it. Here's what I would tell you. Scan in the QR code. It allows you to get into the Resource Center already with a ton of free printables, a ton of different things that you can use already. But if you want to talk offline and talk more about the strategies as a whole for your business, because again, we're not a one-size-fits-all, we could go offline and talk about that. But I would encourage every one of you right now to go ahead and pick up those cell phones, scan the QR code, go ahead and fill out the form. It allows you to get into the Resource Center as we speak, and it gives you more options as well. But before I let everybody go, Are there any questions? Are there any agents in the room that are using this right now?
Yes, there's 3 or 4 right now. If they scan the QR code, there's no obligation or anything, right? It just puts you to the resource center.
No obligation. It'll let me let you know you're getting into the resource center. I'll follow up with you, but I tell you what, I will not harass you. I'll make a couple of calls out to you. We can chat. If you don't have time to chat, no big deal. Any of the agents in the room, do y'all have any feedback you would give to the other agents?
Anybody that's using it, please. Cindy?
Yes, hi. I did the magazine in one run, and it resulted in a sale and a listing.
Uh-huh. I know there's a lot of agents in the office that are using it, and they're using it to success. And I listen to the 174 for 50, one time, no commitment. I mean, come on, you guys. Who's bought a Hallmark card in the last? Okay, they're $12 now for a freaking card. So I think something like this is an amazing offer, and I know several agents do it continuously. So there's a reason why. So anybody else? Any other ladies that are using it?
It's me.
Rose?
But I was wondering why I'm paying $2.99.
Well, because you're a long-time agent now. We'll give you the special deal.
I gotta call them.
I'll call them. All right, I think that's it, Marcy.
All right, well, we appreciate you guys. If any other you need to scan the QR code, or are there any others that want to scan it?
Okay, I don't think everybody's already done it.
Okay, all right. Well, we appreciate you guys. If you want to talk to me, just go ahead and scan it. We can talk offline. I appreciate the testimonials, guys. That means a lot to us.
Okay.
And y'all have a great rest of your day, and
Thank you.
enjoy the rest of the week.
Thank you, Marcy, appreciate you.
Absolutely, thank you.
Okay,
All right, bye-bye.
bye-bye. So I think that at the end of the day, you guys, using that is something you need to do. Rose, obviously you need to call him and find out what's going on. I mean, so I think it's because you've already been a member for a while. I think this is just a joint special, I think what it is. It's probably the biggest thing. Okay, where else are we? I had an agent the other day that called me and said that they are the buyers and the sellers are on the other side. They needed to extend the escrow. And so the seller said, okay, we'll extend the escrow for like a week, but they're going to charge them $500 a day per diem. Okay? I think it's a little excessive, but whatever. Especially in this market, I think that's crazy, but whatever. Turns out that this listing agent, instead of extending it, I think it was like, just say August 5th, 2026, extended it to August 5th, 2027 for no money. Seller signed it. The buyer signed it. And then they said, hey, well, we can't extend escrow. We have a signed document from everybody that says we're going to extend it for a year. Okay? For a year, we're going to extend it. So you're going to be lucky that we're going to close it in a couple of days instead of a year from now. And of course, everybody was butthurt in the whole conversation. And I said to the other broker, of course, called me. I said, the seller read it and signed it. Because the first thing I seen, because the agent said to me, I said, 2027? They extended for a year? Wow! How about that? So my point to all of the story is, you guys, it's a legally binding contract that everybody signed and fully executed. We now can extend it for a year. So please make sure when you're doing stuff, you're reading it. And like I said, the seller, of course, who do you think the seller's mad at? The agent first, and then mad at themselves if they didn't read it, right? Because when she sent it to me, it was on the phone, so I had a hard time reading it, so I said, email it to me. The first thing I see, 2027, I'm like, wow, they extended it a year? How cool was that? I looked down, sure enough, seller signed it. Buyer signed it, now it's been fully executed. So, my point to you guys, just when you're doing stuff, really make sure you're watching what you're sending out. I do it all the time. Okay, so just be careful. And by the way, I hope everybody kind of got a kick out of it. I didn't bury any emails this week. I only did it yesterday and today. Normally you're getting 50 of them. And everybody's like, oh my God, stop sending them. Okay, so let's see where we're at with that. Remember the housing deal we're going to do. We've had Stephen Thomas here. we're just gonna do a big one at Jim's office on the 27th. Hit the QR code just so we know, because the whole room only holds about 60 people. If you like stats, this guy is off the hook with stats. It's amazing the stats this guy comes up with. I mean, he's got it down to the time of day to write an offer, the time of day to sell, the holidays, when to sell, why to sell, when are the best time. It's amazing. So if you want to go, just hit the QR code. It's going from 10 to 11:30. There will be lunch or breakfast of some sort there as well. Onboarding, that's going to be next month. I'll be doing that it's September 2nd. So if you're a brand new agent and you need to see what's going on, we have a lot of vendors on there as well. It's a pretty cool thing. Lasts about 2 hours. Pretty cool. And then next week we're going to do database masters with John Morgan. He's going to talk about how to use your database the right way. Remember, you guys get, what's the best database to use? The one you're using. Okay, pick one. And then Danielle will be here in a couple of months, a few weeks, is going to do a little presentation on
Follow-up box.
follow-up box. Thank you. Follow-up box. How many people are using that? It's actually pretty cool. You guys, is it good? You guys like it? You guys use it pretty good, and it reminds you every day. So she's going to talk about that. And she only did 54 transactions last year, so it might work. I don't know. So that's John, and we'll talk more when Danielle's going to do hers. And then last but not least, I want to show you guys a couple things. Has anybody seen the? Get out of there. Get out of there. Mackenzie. Katie, why can't I go back? I think I can do this. No, I can't do. Oh, hang on. I can't do that. Katie, it won't go back. I can't exit out of this. Oh, there it is. My bad. Where is my hat? It is right here. And then Tim Kelly is in the room. That's Tim Kelly. Has anybody heard about the bowling for LVR? So let me see. Tim Kelly sent it to me right
Friday,
here.
September 25th.
There you go. And I'm going to show you guys some of the things that. By the way, I don't know if you're lucky or not, but Tim's presentation that he does, 45 pages. We had like 8. Okay, 45 pages this guy does. I'm like, dude. I thought I left it. Well, maybe one of her heroes. Okay, so the bowling is going to be there. You can buy a lane, and I think that Tim said I think he's bought 2. Right there. There it is. Blow it up a little bit so you can see it. So I don't know if anybody's interested in wanting to do that. We haven't done. Back in the day, we used to do a bowling thing here. We went to the Rancho Santa Fe, and we did bowling there, and we had a blast. So I don't know if anybody's interested. They want to do that. Tim's gonna have bought 2 lanes. I think Mark's got a couple lanes, and I think that Jim is going to get a couple. So if anybody wants to do it, I'm not a bowler per se, but I would probably go down there to see what's going on. So if anybody's interested, they're more than welcome to do that. I thought this was pretty cool that Jim puts together. It's just a quick reference of LVR, but you can call 784-5000 and they'll get you wherever you need to go. But that's just one way to do it. The Matrix, the 1-800 number here, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 3 p.m. So if you're having issues on weekends, it's a very good number if you're having a problem with Matrix. It's right there that you can get that. So on that, I think that was about on that. You have a bunch of other stuff. Too much stuff for me, in my opinion. All right, guys, on that note, next week, John's going to be here on about a CRM. Please, Lisa.
This Friday is the MLS Tech Forum also. It's
Okay.
at the Orleans. It's all day. I think it starts at 8:30. It goes to like 4 or 4:30. Jam-packed full of information all day long.
Is it a paid or?
It is. So I don't know. I think it's $40.
But it goes towards your.
But you get breakfast, you get lunch, ice cream social at the end of the day.
And it comes off of your dues, or that one not? Maybe not that one. I don't think that one does. Okay, cool. Hey, by the way, does anybody want to get active in LVR?
Oh yeah.
Anybody want to do? I don't see anybody's hand coming up. Okay, I'm not. My hand's down.